Okay, maybe this take will actually work if I don't move so much with my hands. Because I want to try to cut down the length of this review. My first attempts were way too long. Because in the end, when it comes down to a really good pair of headphones, only two things besides the price are really important for me. Comfortability and the sound. And that's why I don't really want to waste too much time on showing off what's in the box. We get this nice, subtle red pouch. We also get this cable here, 1.2 millimeters long. It is a dangle-free one. It is a proprietary one. I will get to show you what that exactly means in a few seconds. We also get a button here that plays and pauses the music, and it can also answer and quit calls. What I meant with proprietary is what you can see here, because you will need exactly this cable to fit into here. So it won't work with another one, because if you try to use the other end, as you can see, it just won't really stick. Maybe you can get something else to work, but out of the box it won't. So what about this infamous comfortability? The one thing that I would wish for to be a little bit thicker would be the padding here on the top, because it's a little bit thin and you can already sometimes feel the plastic. But what they did really good here is the padding here around the ear cup, because it is of a good size, it didn't touch my ears at all, and it is also thick enough so it doesn't touch the driver, something I've noticed on a lot of other headphones, so this is good. The padding itself maybe isn't super soft, and especially on the sides it's very stiff, but this has one benefit of it that I will show off in just a few seconds. You can also fold them up and then put into the really subtle pouch. But what about this stiffer side padding? Because if you actually put them on, they give you very much of a secure fit here. That is really nice, because they never feel like they would fall off of your ears no matter how much you shake your head for the beat. No, but honestly, they are very comfortable. The padding maybe isn't the softest one, as I said, but you won't also sweat too much. This is something definitely nice, but they sit really nice, tight, secure on your head. And they are very lightweight, so you don't really feel them all that much after for a longer period of time. And that sounded odd, but yeah. I would say let's just get to the sound, because I don't want to waste too much time. How do they sound? They seal the outside noise, I would say average. You don't really hear too much, but the outside world also doesn't hear too much of you, which is something definitely nice. Now, about the actual sound. They get quite loud, didn't really have any problems with that. You need a good phone with enough of power for that, but then you will get a satisfying experience. So maximum volume was absolutely pleasing. The sound itself, the bass is a little bit boosted as for the same sounds, because they definitely don't sound like a monitor, definitely not neutral. Bass and lower mids are a little bit higher. Also, though, the highs, they are cut off a little bit earlier than I would wish for, because they miss a little bit out on clarity. You just don't hear all the highs or all the details all that much. So this is the only complaint, because the bass, it's maybe not super tight and it's maybe not super deep, but it is very well balanced, so you will never feel like music is too extremely bassy. This is not one of those speakers, so the overall balance is really, really nice. And what I like about the slightly cut off highs is that you can listen for hours and hours without ever being fatigued, because if you have something like a monitor or a little bit of a more audiophile headphone, you will after a certain time, especially if you listen louder, notice that your ears will be fatigued and you will be a little bit exhausted. This is definitely not the case here, and that is something that I really like, because I could listen for this pretty much every genre really nicely. It didn't really stand out in any genre particularly well, but it was a really great all-rounder, and I think that is the purpose or what they tried to achieve here, because it's a really nice, comfortable all-round headphone. It doesn't really have too much flaws. Of course, if you want to hear all the details and be a really audiophile guy, this is not the speaker for you or the headphone. But it's not trying to be. I think it's tried to be something more fashionable, and what I actually did not expect for it to give you such a satisfying audio experience with that look. Because for when I saw these, and I saw a few other reviews before that, I thought they are hyping them too much. They can't really sound that much because they look just a nice accessory, like something like Beats would make. But I have to say they fit very, very nicely, and the music just sounds great. And actually, if I have to make a verdict about a headphone, there are pretty much two outcomes. I like listening to music with them, or I don't like. And these are definitely the first category, because I like listening to them a lot. And the great thing is, they never sound harsh. So you can listen to music very loud and for a long time, and it will always be a nice little soothing sound. Not fatiguing at all, but very pleasing and very satisfying. So for a price of around, I would say between 110 to 130 euros, depending on which color you get. Of course, the red one was the cheapest one, even though I think pink should have been that. But pink here at least is the most expensive one. I would personally go for black, just subtle. And then you get a really nice pair of headphones. I really won't say that they are the best in this price range, because for that I would need to hear all of the others to say that this is the best. But for the price, I've definitely heard a lot worse ones, even though I didn't really hear that much. And I will try to get a lot more headphones on board to try actual sound, but not to drag this any further. I like them. I can recommend them without any problems, but I definitely won't say that they are the one to beat. Therefore, I just don't know the competition well enough. I would say that's it. If you have anything to say, comments there in the bottom. Thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more reviews, and I would say, have a nice day. I'll be back. Yeah. And come with me if you want to live. I would say, let's stop this video.